Blessings to all. Um, I was asked if I wanted to give my testimony, and I have several, but yes, I'm going to give one that really shook me up. Um, I grew up in church, and things were very different growing up in church. Like the pastor said last night, um, we couldn't put lipstick on, we couldn't put powder, we couldn't fix our hair. We had to dress with dresses about 4 inches over over our knee. Um, we couldn't wear pants. We couldn't wear shorts. We couldn't go to the fair. I didn't get to do any of that stuff. Um, anyway, I lasted till I was 34 with my parents because my dad didn't even want me to have boyfriends. I don't know, it was just crazy. But I was 34 when I met my husband, and I said, "Here's my chance for me to get out." Anyway, at 8 months, I got pregnant, and I was gonna have a baby, but I lost my first son at 5 months. Then I get pregnant again a couple years later, and I lost another son at 5.5 months. About a year later, I get pregnant again, and I lost another son at 4 months. So when I got pregnant with my oldest son, I told my husband, and he wasn't happy anymore because I was losing him. So anyway, um, God gave me two handsome boys. Um, my oldest one was born at 7 months, and he weighed 3 pounds. So he was in the incubator for 3 months, and then Garrett came at 8 months, and he weighed 4 pounds. But anyway, despite of all that, I had uh, got into a very, very deep depression. I never experienced depression before, and to this day, because of that depression, I'm taking a pill to help me with it. I tried to wean myself out of it by myself, but I couldn't. So the doctor said, if it makes you feel okay, then you just keep taking it. Well, like I said, I got into a real big depression. My oldest boy was 3, and my Garrett was 2. And when my husband would come home from work, I went to get I would go to Winn Dixie and buy a couple of bottles of liquor, and I would go ahead and drink liquor. I didn't work at the time because I was taking care of my two little boys. I always worked, but I told my husband, since God gave me my two boys, I'm not going to work until they turn 13. That way they could just walk to school and they'll be fine. Get a key and they can go inside and not open the door for nobody. Anyway, why I got into that depression, I'll never understand why. I don't know why, but I started drinking. And I never drank before in my life. I never smoked, never did any drugs, uh, never went out, nothing. Growing up, they used to call me Sister Christian or a Virgin Mary because I was 34 when I got married. But despite of all that, um, I love candles, and I always would put candles everywhere in my room or the kitchen and the living room just to make the house smell good. What I would do is I would get up in the morning, I would feed my boys, and I would sit with them, play with them, watch TV with them, whatever. And I would drink. Well, this time I got drunk in 1 hour, and I had candles on, and then I remembered that we shouldn't have candles on if we weren't going to be home. Well, in with me, I was thinking that since I was drunk, I didn't know, you know, if the candles were going to be okay or they were going to be a fire or what have you. Thank God there wasn't. But what hurt me the most is that I was always, I always had my faith up, but the devil really attacked me really good. Um, I was drinking, and I couldn't walk no more, so I started crawling to the bathroom because I felt like I was going to puke. And my babies thought that I was playing, and they started following me, crawling with me. And then when I saw them behind me, I fell to the floor, and my oldest son said, "Mommy, you all right? You okay, Mommy?" And I looked at him and I said, "No, Mommy's not okay. Mommy doesn't know what's wrong with her, mijo." I made it to the bathroom. I started puking, and he hugged me and he said, "Mommy, I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. Brother's a good boy." That broke my heart. That's when I said, I can't have my children see me like this. I can't have my babies think of their mother as a drunk. Um, that really broke my heart because I believe they thought that I was like that because they were being bad. Because he said that he was a good boy and that his brother was a good boy. Well, I decided to get in the shower, and they had got in the shower with me. So I had my clothes on and I took their little diapers off, and we were in the shower and we were playing with them. And then I heard my husband call my name. He had just got home from work. He said, "Ma, where you at?" And I said, "What? I'm over here." He says, "Ma," he says, "something's burning in the oven." It wasn't the candles. It was the dinner that I was making him. And he comes and he brings it to the shower where I was at, and he says, "Look, they're burnt." I said, "Well, at least I made you dinner. You either eat it or throw it away." Then he said, "You're drunk again?" I said, "No, I'm just having a good time with my boys here in the shower." He says, "Mary, you're drunk again." So he helped me with my boys, got them out, and he helped me get myself in dry clothes and stuff. And we had a long talk. He said, "I'm going to be honest with you, Mary." He said, "If you don't stop drinking," because I had been drinking like maybe for 3 months. And he says, "What's making you drink?" I don't know what's making me drink. He says, "We need to get back in church, Mary, because I've never seen you this low before." Well, that day he went to every corner that he could think of that I had liquor bottles. But there was one place that he didn't look. And I kept saying, "He ain't going to look there. He's not going to look there. Look there." And he didn't. So the next day, I got drunk again. But he told me, "If you don't stop, I'm taking my boys and I'm going to have to leave." I said, "No. You know, every mother's going to say, 'No, you're not taking my kids. Those are my kids.'" So he was very serious. He took the boys and he went to the house in the back. That was where his brother used to live. Well, so anyway, what I'm trying to say is that the devil does get us. Somehow, some way, I let him get me good. But my boys. It was my boys, I believe. It was my boys that made me see what I was doing, and I didn't want them to think that they were bad boys because of something. I didn't want them to think that I thought they were bad boys, because they weren't, and they still aren't. But anyway, um, I'm glad that I got out of that. I went to church. I asked God to forgive me. Um, I never in this lifetime ever thought that I would betray God and do things that I wasn't supposed to do, like drink and get drunk and just lose everything. Didn't know where I was or what I did. But anyway, I thank God that I came back to, and I kept my faith in the back of my mind. I heard a little voice saying, "You're gonna go get another bottle," but like I said before and didn't finish, I never got another bottle, and the bottles that I had were in the closet inside some blankets, and he never went there. But anyway, I thank God where I'm at now. I am struggling with the husband. I invite him every day, every week. He says no, and he's got other plans that he wants to go through. Well, you know, you do you, and I'm gonna do me, and that means going to church, get my spiritual life better and better. Every time I go to church, I know that the Lord blesses me. And I couldn't be in no other church than where I am now. I love the pastor. She is wonderful. And every preaching that she does, I take my part and I run with it. I'm blessed to have that type of pastor in my life. You can tell that she cares for her flock. And I love everyone at church. I love all my brothers and sisters in the church. I love them all. Well, this is all I can say about this testimony, and I'll do another one next time. God bless, and keep looking up. Thank you.